Hi, Amy here from Paul Fraser Collectibles and Just Collecting. Following on from last week's show-stopping top 10 music memorabilia, we're thrilled to showcase some of the world's most impressive movie memorabilia. Welcome to this week's top 10, featuring an array of exciting props and autographs from our favourite films of all time. Let's get started. Our first item of the day, in at number 10, is a pack of prop dollars from Ocean's 11, Kill Bill, and Bad Boys 2. I mean, come on, these three films, Ocean's 11, the most gripping heist, Kill Bill, the most thrilling fights, and Bad Boys 2, the most breathtaking car chases. As far as action movies goes, like, these three are at the top of the naughtiest film lists. And to top it all off, these two packs of prop dollars, so $10 and $100, appears in all three of them. So each pack features a replica dollars on front and back, and the remainder are blank. Memorabilia from these three films together rarely appear in auctions, so this item is probably going to go very fast. And in at number 9, we have a Butler signed photo as the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. Let's just take a minute to appreciate Butler's performance in this film. I mean, his role really wasn't made easy for him because he had to labour under a weighty costume made of real lion skins, and it was hampered by facial attachments that made it impossible for him to eat solid food. And yet he still managed a really broad and rich comic performance. I mean, quite frankly, The Wizard of Oz wouldn't have been the same without him, making this piece so much more special. It's a vintage 10 by 8 photograph featuring Butler in his fully cowardly lion costume, and is strikingly signed to Vicky with love, Uncle Bert, at the top of the image in blue ink. The recipient was Lars' niece, Vicky Arthur. Bert Lars' signatures are very rare, so this item will be snapped up very fast. At number 8, we have a Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, and Jonathan Demme signed sweater from the film Philadelphia. The white crew sweater, size extra large, made by Russell Athletic, features the name of the film and the words, "Filmed on location at Mount Sinai Hospital, October 1992, January 93, on the front. It also bears a red ribbon showing solidarity with those living with HIV/AIDS. On the back, in felt pen, are autographs and inscriptions from Hanks, Washington, and Demme. Hanks says, "To Mount Sinai, thanks much, Tom Hanks, Philadelphia." Denzel Washington says, "God bless, Denzel Washington," and Demme states, "Jonathan Demme," adding a sketch of himself behind a movie camera featuring the word thanks. So we have one great jumper, 3 names, and at an extremely affordable price. At number 7, we have a piece of the original carpet from the Titanic movie. The appeal of the Titanic is made of many things. It's exciting, glorious to look at, intelligent in the way it explains the tragedy, and of the best made films in cinema history. Owning a part of this film is just an unbelievably unique experience, really. The carpet appears in the scene where Jack joins Rose and the other first class passengers for dinner. In his pursuit for authenticity, Cameron insisted that the carpet was made by the Scottish carpet manufacturer Stoddard, the maker of the original carpet that sailed on the Titanic's maiden voyage in 1912. So for any Titanic fan, this item is really a must-have. At number 6, we have a Audrey Hepburn My Fair Lady signed photo. I mean, a stunning picture featuring a stunning woman. It could be easily argued that My Fair Lady is one of the richest and most intelligent romantic comedies ever produced. The dialogue adopted by Lerner from Shaw's material is brilliant, a perfect amalgamation of well-oiled wit and barbed satire. And really, today's brand still pays millions to use Audrey Hepburn's images. So isn't it just crazy that you can actually own an authentic signed picture of her in one of her most famous roles? You really can't miss out on this opportunity. At number 5, we have a Forrest Gump Army fatigue jacket signed by Tom Hanks. Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get, but I can guarantee that you're going to get an absolute belter with this item. It's no surprise that Tom Hanks is featured again in my top 10. After all, he is Hollywood's favourite movie star. And he also happened to have won a second Oscar straight after Philadelphia with this film. I mean, Forrest Gump, the film that has stuck with audiences for decades, with punches of romance, historical themes, comedy, controversy, and action. This film has something for every avid movie watcher. This army jacket, straight out of the Forrest Gump wardrobe department, is truly special. It even has a very clear Tom Hanks signature on the sleeve. This addition to your collection will go together like peas and carrots. At number 4, we have a Charlie Chaplin signed self-portrait sketch. I mean, over a century later, Chaplin is still just as known worldwide. Proof, I'm even talking about him today in my top 10. This unique self-portrait was drawn by Chaplin in 1919-1920 and gifted to his office boy at Chaplin Studios in Hollywood. This is a very special signature to add to your collection. It's rare and unique, just like Charlie Chaplin. Just like his classic films, this piece will stand the test of time. So what are you waiting for? In his own words, we think too much and feel too little, and it's time for you to feel. We have now reached our top 3. So coming in at number 3 is Walt Disney Genuine Vintage Signed Photograph. Disney's cocktail of morality, stereotypes, and sprinkling of magic has had an impact on this generation of adults who, once upon a time, devoured these films as children. This vintage black and white photograph features the man himself, the legendary Walt Disney. Seated next to a large dog, there's just something about this photo that shouts Disney. It's joyful, the same joy that has been brought to us for years by Disney. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them, and here you don't even have to wish upon a star. At number 2, we have Star Wars original props from Episode 4, A New Hope. This is an absolute trooper of a collectible. With Star Wars enjoying one of the greatest eras of activity and creativity, it can be easy to forget just how impactful Star Wars A New Hope was upon its release in 1977. After all, it is the original. It's tricky, but try imagining a time before Star Wars. Its timeless appeal lies in its easily identified universal archetypes, goodies to root for, baddies to boo, a princess to be rescued, and so on. Sure, it obviously dates to the 70s with the special effects, but so be it. We all have a stormtrooper banging his head. No matter how far the franchise expands, fans will always look back to the original film as the place where it all started. And imagine that you can actually own a piece of the most immersive and successful franchises of all time. With this item, the Force will be with you, always. Ladies and gentlemen, you have made it to the final scene, and this is one you do not want to miss. Here's Johnny, the axe from The Shining, a scene never to be forgotten. Nicholson practiced it by jumping up and down, swinging the axe around, muttering, "Die, an axe murderer, kill," ahead of this famous scene. It took 3 whole days to film, and Nicholson reportedly tore down about 60 doors in the process. He received widespread praise for his performance, and the scene is frequently listed as the scariest scenes of all time. This prop stunt axe was substituted from the original wooden axe as a safety measure and for ease of using during the film. It would have been used in long shots and when 2 or more characters were on screen. It is showcased with a fully authenticated signed photo of Nicholson from the film and plaque. So why not invest in something that you love, something so iconic? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I hope you enjoyed our top 10 movie memorabilia. If you have any questions or would like to find out more about these items, please contact me at the email below. Stay tuned for next week's top 10. Thank you for watching. Bye.